First, that EU fine. Basically, they're taking issue with exactly what the US has been fearing for a long while.
This is the concern, and this is the driver of this ban that you mentioned, Caroline, which is that can the U.S. government, do they feel that they can trust TikTok and parent company ByteDance to handle American user data appropriately? When you see headlines and stories like this, it just adds fuel to that fire of the idea that this company can't be trusted, and that's what we saw elected officials vote for last year when they passed this law that will ban the app on Saturday unless there's a deal struck. So I think this is the kind of thing people were worried about.
If there's a deal struck, feels as though suddenly that has accelerated. Talk to us about the Amazon offer, whether it's a real one, and what's going on with J.D. Vance in particular.
Yeah, everyone's sort of coming out of the woodwork at the last minute here because we've been talking about a deal for months now. But, I think the expectation at this point is that the deal that's being considered by Trump is a lot of the existing ByteDance investors from the U.S. Oracle would be involved, Blackstone would be involved, and it would sort of minimize ByteDance's ownership stake in TikTok. So it would bring it below that 20% threshold that the law requires. And so it would sort of fill in the other 80% with a bunch of U.S. investors. Now, I think we're still a ways away from an actual resolution, because even if Trump presents this solution, it requires approval not only from ByteDance, but from the Chinese government. And we don't know the specifics around the algorithm. Does that change hands? Who gets to control that? So we're kind of hearing, I think, the thinking from one side of the fence, but we don't know what China's thinking, and that's a big player here.
30 seconds, Kurt. Meta under pressure, your name too.
Gosh, yeah. I feel like, we saw that headline yesterday that Mark Zuckerberg's trying to ask Donald Trump to help him with the FTC trial. Not surprising. Why else would you build that relationship with Trump if you're not going to make that request? But I also don't think Trump has a lot of incentive to do that right now. He might as well hang that over Meta's head for a little longer.